I think we evolved, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, but before you evolve, you still have to come to the first cell. Where did that come from?
Okay.
You see what I mean?
There's sort of all sorts of theories for it, aren't there?
There are theories, of course, but these theories, they have to come to a point where they say we don't know. You see what I mean? For example, if I asked you about how did the universe originate? Yes, there must come a time where, a time in your there must come a point in your understanding where you say yes, we don't know beyond the Big Bang, for example.
There is a theory for the beginning of the universe. It's the expansion and retraction theory.
No, but that's you need something to expand first, right?
Yeah, that's
so.
true.
Where did that thing come from?
And of course, nobody really knows.
Exactly. You see, this is what I meant. There comes a point in your understanding, even for a scientist, where if a scientist is sincere, they will say, yes, this point we can understand. Beyond that, we can only speculate. You see what I mean? You cannot ascertain everything just by science.
It all the way back till you get to a point where you think, oh, I'm stuck now.
Yes, that's what happens for scientists.
But then you can't suddenly say, well, it must have been magic. God invented it.
No,
but you don't know, isn't it? But that's true. But you don't know what's beyond that. So it could be God. Is that? Could it be God?
Well, there's nothing saying that it isn't. There's nothing saying that it is. So like, it has potential to be anything until we know what it is.
You know, science. If you go to a proper scientist, they will say many things are possible, many things are observable.
Yeah.
So the realm of something that we cannot see now is not something that you can say for certain, like the way the two of you did, that yes, there's no possibility for God to exist.
It's Schrodinger's cat.
Maybe you can say we don't know, just like the origin of the universe, you can say we don't know if you don't know. But unless and until you have investigated every single aspect of the existence, you cannot say God doesn't exist.
No.
Yes? Why not? I mean, why would you say God doesn't exist?
Until you know everything, you can't say whether...
And we will never know everything. You see, as humans, we will never know everything. And we gradually increase our knowledge and we come to know. But you know, even after, in the 21st century, when you come to understand so much of the planets, you don't know many things what is deep in the earth yet. Many things are still to be found. We're finding new species.
It's true.
Yes? Yeah. So our own earth, we don't know much about. Yeah. Forget about the cosmos. So this is what I'm saying.
I think it's a big.
You may say there's kind of like a lack of evidence.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I see what you mean. But I think what people do is they base their arguments off
of God existing. I think they're trying to say. Is that right?
Yeah, they base their. But people, for example, atheists, I think they base their arguments off what you see around you. And it's, for example, for myself, I find it difficult to see God, whichever God, in the world around me.
Have you read the Quran?
I've not read the Quran.
So the relationship of everything around you and God is within the Quran, if you know what I mean, the explanation of it. So if we haven't read that, you know what I mean, if no one's told me about that message, if I don't understand it, then...
You're going to be famous, man.
You can put one on him as well.
I'm quite happy to believe in nearly anything if I'm shown a bit of evidence about it.
No, but when you say evidence, okay, I'll ask the two of you. You know a bit about God, yes? From what you have experienced in your life. I don't know, maybe your family, maybe your friends, maybe something you have read, maybe something you have experienced, I don't know. What evidence would convince you that God exists? Is there any criteria that you have set apart to tell you guys that yes, if I find X, Y, and Z, then I'll be convinced that God exists? Have you actually thought of a criteria? Because now you're saying there's no evidence, but then you should be looking for something to basically recognize that as evidence. You see what I mean?
Yeah. Well, seeing God, so if I'm able to understand something as this is happening because of God, then I will believe in God. But if I can see, I study...
Like what? I'll give you one example. The origin of the universe.
Origin of the universe.
It either came from something or it came from nothing. Is that good enough for you?
It either came from something or...
Yeah, if you narrow it down to the minimalistic understanding of how the universe came into existence, then you can say, look, either it created itself, yes, or someone created it.
Someone created it.
Or it came from nothing.
Or you could say that anything happened because we don't know what happened.
No, but you see, don't know right now is not really a solution to your problem. You see what I mean?
Okay.
You're looking for answers. Don't know is not really an option. Otherwise, we'll just sit on our couches and say don't know, and we won't really progress in anything. You see what I mean?
Okay.
As a human being, as the intellect that God has given us, well, at least to us theists, we believe that God has given us an intellect, and you have to make use of that intellect.
Yeah.
Yes, and I think all human beings, regardless of their belief or disbelief, have been given the opportunity and the ability to experience and to understand the creation and and the creator in a way, because obviously all this didn't come by accident.
But I think before we say, we can't say for certain what happened. So I think is it safer to say that God didn't create the universe and science didn't, or like protons crammed together didn't expand?
I'll ask you, where did the protons come from?
That's a good question. And then
You see, everything we have to go back to the origin. Yeah, exactly. We have to, because you see, that's the reason I said in the minimalistic understanding, you will go on asking, okay, who created this? Who created that? Who created the one before that? You see, you'll come to a point where you'll say, look, either this singularity or this whatever this gaseous nature before the Big Bang was, yes, where did it come from? You'll come to a certain point where you stop. And you cannot go beyond that because you don't have any evidence. You'll only be speculating beyond that.
Unless it's a cycle.
No, it's not a cycle, because you see, that is not the end. A cycle is something that continues.
Yeah.
Yes? But this is not really the end, is it? We have to know that something, we know, not have to, we know for a fact that something doesn't just pop out of existence, like you said, by magic. There has to be a cause for that effect to happen.
But again, we can't say it's God and we can't say it's...
I'm not telling you to say God.
Yeah.
I didn't give you that option. Remember, the options I gave you was
So the options
either it created itself, or it came from nothing. Yes?
Okay. Well, okay.
Earlier on, sorry, you said that it's safer.
Is it safer? Okay. Maybe.
What were you saying? Yeah. You said, is it safer to say that God didn't create it?
Where do you think?
Can we be more?
Started?
I think I'm
How
trying to
did
say.
it start?
Is it better to say?
That's the question we're dealing with.
The God. Or is it better to say that we don't know, or is it better to say? Or is
So
it
you
okay
have the
to
option to say I don't know. You have the option, but like I said, that really won't answer your question.
Sorry.
It will not answer your question, will it?
No. But how can we have an answer to a question that we're uncertain about?
Now you see, when you say uncertain about, are you uncertain that something comes from nothing, or you're certain something cannot come from nothing?
Well, I'm uncertain if something can come from nothing.
Sorry, you're uncertain?
I'm uncertain whether something can come from nothing.
Why are you uncertain?
Because
Do you think there's a possibility?
I've never heard of it before.
So you're certain? Then.
I'm uncertain.
Okay, let me rephrase the question.
Okay.
Imagine you got your phone, for example, yeah?
Yes.
If I told you the phone came from nothing, yes? No one created it,
Yeah.
yes? No Steve Jobs, no one,
Got it.
yes? And it came from nothing. Will you believe me?
No, because
Why not?
Because it's not in my experience. It's not in my past
Because that's
experience.
I think there's a confusion. He's saying that he doesn't. Am I correct in saying you're saying that nothing can come from nothing?
I'm saying I don't think anything can come from nothing.
Oh, so we are in agreement then.
Because it's not in my past experience. I've never heard of it. I've never
Forget
seen
about
it.
experience. Do you think it's logical?
Do I think it's logical?
Yes.
If you gave me an explanation, I take things that I believe based on if I understand them.
Yeah.
So
That's why I asked you, is it logical? Do you think it is
logical for something to come from
is it
nothing?
incoherent for something to come from nothing, or is it logical?
Well, we can say that mass can't be created or destroyed. So
Sorry, energy.
energy.
Yeah.
Well, E is equal to mc squared. So M
In a
is-
closed system, don't forget that.
Yes. That
Yes,
as well.
because the law of thermodynamics tells you that energy can neither be created nor destroyed. Then I'll ask you, before the closed system, the universe, for example, what form was energy in, and where did it come from?
Well, energy was in the form of mass. Or
What mass? Mass of what?
Mass of. Well,
You read the formula, but I don't think you have understood it, have you?
E is equal to.
We're talking about previous to the universe actually existing, the closed space.
Okay.
You know, when you say energy, it has to obviously be in some form, because energy is always in some form.
Well, energy can be in the form of mass.
No, mass
If mass increases,
When you say mass just means weight.
yes,
Yes?
yes,
If you see a photon doesn't have mass.
no, it
A
doesn't.
photon is light. What light is made of, basically.
Yes.
Yes? Number of photons.
Yeah,
Yes? A photon itself doesn't have mass. And that's the reason you use the speed of light in the E is equal to mc square. But anyway, that's a different. Before, we are not even dealing with E is equal to mc square yet. We are dealing with energy itself. Yes, energy can neither be created nor destroyed in a closed system. A closed system can be like, for example, a gas cylinder. Within that there is energy. Yes, within that closed system it's got some form of energy. Can be a gaseous form or it can be in some other form. But what I'm saying is that unless you have a closed system, that is the only time when you have this formula basically having any meaning.
okay.
Okay, you don't have a closed system,
Yeah.
then the question is open to
But is
anyone,
the,
everyone.
is the universe a closed system?
The universe is, yes.
So, yeah.
In a way, it is a closed system because you see the universe is expanding.
Yep.
Yes, if it wasn't a closed system, it wouldn't be expanding. Yeah. So we do have that. We do understand that the universe, as we know it today, yes, it had an origin,
Yep.
and we know that at some point it will have an end as well. And this is something both the scientists and the theists will agree upon.
Why does it have an end?
Why does it have an end? Everything has an end. That's also in the law of thermodynamics. If you go and read up the term entropy, you'll understand why. Everything has basically it has some movement, and this movement comes to an end at some point.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So that's the reason I'm asking you. For you or anyone else to understand that we came from nothing or anything, forget about us, because we are complex beings. Even a single atom coming from nothing is inconceivable. Would you agree?
Reluctantly, I suppose.
So you think there is a possibility it can come from nothing?
I don't know.
No.
You're asking me
Look,
how the
it's
universe
not a
started.
it's not a
I don't
philosophical
know.
question.
To the
I
knowledge
don't
that he has.
It's not really a philosophical question. It's more to see the
Don't
plausibility.
even know the answer to that, does he?
So you see, look,
So,
as
little old me here.
most people will come to an understanding that we or anything cannot just come. Because let's define what nothing is first. What do you think nothing is?
Nothing is
It's all got too deep
naught,
for me.
zero,
Well, zero is something actually.
zero. Okay. Not really.
It's an abstract.
zero
It's an
is
abstract form. It's a number.
Yeah.
But zero is something. I wouldn't say zero is nothing.
Okay, fine. It's
Nothing else.
an absence of anything.
That's very good actually.
Exactly.
Yeah. Or shall we say absence of everything?
Absence of everything.
So absence of everything is nothing.
Wait. SubhanAllah, that's Arabic or like
Yeah. So what we are saying is, if something is nothing, and it's basically beyond anything that you can imagine or anything you can think of, and the absence of everything, basically everything that you know of, everything you can imagine, everything you can see, you can feel, touch, measure, everything. It's none of that. That is nothing. So how can this nothing give or basically give rise to anything at all, even an atom?
Well, again,
Because you see, the atom is not really very simple either. It is, if you look at it with an electron microscope, yes,
Yeah.
or whatever you can actually make out of it, it's still complex, you know. You'll see similarities between the solar system and the atom.
Yes,
Yeah, it's got like we have the sun and we got the
electrons.
yes, exactly. So we got the sun and the planets orbiting around the sun,
true.
and we got the nucleus, and we got the electrons and the protons circling around the atom. Do you see similarity between a macroscopic element
Yeah.
and a macroscopic element like the universe? Sorry, like the solar system, for example. So we see some sort of symmetry here, don't we?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Now we cannot imagine even this simplest form of matter, the atom itself, can originate by itself. So the question arises, where does it come from?
Can I ask you, are you saying that the concept of nothing doesn't exist? Or
Let's define nothing. What's nothing to
I'm
you?
just asking you.
No, I didn't say concept of nothing doesn't exist. I know and understand what nothing is. But what I'm trying to
Is there such a thing as nothing? So,
nothing is absence of everything. Does that make sense to you?
yeah, absolutely.
Yes. So if there is such a thing as nothing,
But do you think there is or there isn't?
no, you tell me what it is.
No, I'm asking you. Do you think?
I think nothing is not something that is tangible, if that's what you're asking. So
you
when you
don't-
say
don't
nothing,
you don't believe in the concept of nothing.
no, there is a concept of nothing. So for example, if you take infinity, which is basically, it could be a lot, yes, innumerable,
Yeah.
yes, then nothing would probably be the opposite of that. Yes, because this is infinite. It can be infinite. It can be. It can be.
That doesn't follow.
Okay, what is nothing?
Non sequitur.
I'll tell you what. You define nothing to me.
No, I can't.
Why not? Would you agree the definition I gave you? The absence of everything?
No.
Okay, why not?
Well, the absence of everything, it's a definition. But that's not the question I was asking. Is
So what is the question asking?
Well, the question I'm asking is whether you sort of like you accept the idea that nothing is something that could be possible. Or
Nothing is a concept, like I told you. Just like the infinity is a concept, nothing is a concept.
So
These
it's
are
just a concept.
these are abstract
No,
terms.
that's- yeah, well,
Yeah, it's an abstract term.
that's all it is,
That's why I
then.
said it's not something
No,
tangible. You can touch nothing.
Okay.
Then you're touching either something.
So
You know what I
really
mean?
we're talking about something that isn't something that can be
Yeah,
understood.
because you came in the middle of the discussion. Let me just.
All right, sorry, I beg your pardon.
No, no, I'll fill you in as to what we are discussing about. Basically,
No,
the
you're
question
right.
I was asking
I was
is,
just curious to know.
yeah, the question I was asking is, do we believe that the origin of the universe is something that we know of or we don't know? And if we know of, what is it? And if we don't know, then that doesn't really answer the question about the origin of the universe. So, with regards to the origin of the universe, what do you understand? Where did it come from?
Well, my view on that, my personal view on that is we may know, and that's the key point.
Which is?
We may know some bits about it.
Which is what?
I don't know. I'm not au fait with it. But
Okay, let me
finish the thought.
Yeah, sure.
We may. When I say we, I'm talking about those that are far more informed than me. May know, the scientists and whatever. They may know some bits about the start of the universe, but they don't know all of it. They know some bits, and from that they extrapolate and make assumptions.
Could they be speculating?
I mean, what I'm trying to say is that nobody is claiming that they know all about it.
No, I'm not saying to know all about it. All I'm saying is that, okay, we narrowed it down to the simplest understanding. Either the universe came from something or nothing, and that's where the nothing
But we
came
don't know
in.
what nothing is. Though.
No, we know.
So
we do know what nothing is.
No, we don't.
Yes, I just told you.
You said you don't.
No, I said the definition. I said it's not something that's tangible. It's a concept. I told you. So nothing. It either came from nothing.
No, but when you say it came from,
Yes.
but the thing you're saying it came from, you're saying you can't define.
I did define it already for you.
You didn't.
I said it's the absence of everything. You forgot already.
No, I didn't forget. That's not.
You said maybe that is a definition. You even said maybe.
Maybe it's a. But
Look, I think I would rather live with maybe than I don't know. You said you don't know. I said maybe. Here is a possibility. I'll tell you what. You falsified that definition.
No. Well, okay. I'm just, so just to be clear, you're saying definitively nothing is the absence of everything. Everything.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Can you disprove that?
No. But I agree with you.
Oh, you agree with me?
I do.
Why are we arguing about something we agree upon then?
But then.
Let's go back to the question I asked. Do you believe that the universe was originated from something or nothing? Is it logically conceivable for anyone to imagine it came from nothing?
Sorry, ask that.
Okay. Is it logically conceivable for anyone to imagine that the universe originated from nothing?
No, it can't have come from.
Okay, so we can rule that out? Can we rule that out?
However, so the alternative being that it came from something.
No, exactly. That's the other alternative.
So that alternative. So then where did that something come from? Did that something...
We're coming to that. One step at a time, my friend.
Okay.
I understand. I really feel your passion. Okay. What I'm saying is that, look, we can easily rule out, because it's not scientific, it's not logical, it is not something a human being, yes, in the right mind can say that, yes, this phone that you have, or this speaker, this microphones here, they just pop out of nothing, yes, out of thin air. Even something as simple as the microphones and the phones, compared to the universe, they have a maker, yes. Okay. So why would not one of the most complex things out there, the universe itself?
No, 1 second now. You're backtracking on what you were saying.
On what?
You said the absence of everything. Now you're talking about a creator.
I haven't actually reached the creator yet.
You just mentioned.
I mentioned about the worldly things. Do you disagree with that?
No, wait a minute now.
The glasses that you have around your neck there, do you think it just fell from the sky?
No, that's a different issue.
So why is it a different issue?
No, I'll tell you why.
Same concept.
No, I'll tell you why. Because
If that can have a maker, why not the universe?
I'll tell you why. Because,
Why? Go on.
Because you're mentioning nothing. You said something.
No, we ruled out that. Nothing, we have already ruled it out. So what is the other alternative? Something.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So do you agree there is something which gave rise to the universe?
Well, it didn't come from not. If you so the concept of nothing can't exist then.
My friend, we have already passed that.
No, but once you say something always existed, right? Then that nullifies the concept of nothing.
Well, we haven't actually discussed that, so let's discuss that,
okay.
shall we?
All right. Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm saying is that because we have ruled out the nothing, now we focus on the something.
Right.
So what is this something that could have created this vast universe, which includes us, which includes everything in it, for I don't know how many millennia?
Wait a second. I don't think we've quite ruled out nothing. I think
We haven't?
I think we've said
Okay.
that it's illogical. I think we've said it's
Okay,
illogical.
tell me why would you not rule it out?
Because we don't know for sure.
Why would you not know for sure?
The
If something
the
is-
same way we don't know that something created the universe.
No. If you have defined nothing as the absence of everything, if you have defined nothing as the absence of everything,
Okay.
yes, can such a concept ever give rise to something? Absence of everything. Everything that you know of. Everything that you will know in the future, everything you know in the past. Absence of all that. So we can, I think, quite easily rule it out.
But sorry.
Logically,
I've
it's
gotta interject here.
inconceivable.
I've got to interject here.
Yeah, go on.
You've just proven that nothing cannot exist.
But I just told you, nothing is a concept, my friend.
Well, no, even the concept can't exist.
Why not?
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you what. You bear with me. I'll explain why.
Yeah, go on.
Because once you introduce something like a creator, right? Like, because if you have nothing.
But that's
right?
not nothing.
Wait a minute. If you have the concept of nothing, right? As a realistic concept, something we can all buy into, right? If you have that, then you will always have nothing. You can never.
I didn't even understand that.
Well, I'll explain.
Can you repeat that, please?
I
Yeah.
will explain.
Go on.
If you have a concept such as nothing,
Yes.
right? You know, the concept as most of us here would understand nothing, right? And you yourself have said that nothing can come from nothing, right?
No, I didn't say that. Nothing can come from nothing? When did I say that?
You said it earlier on.
No, please don't put words in my mouth.
Okay. Well, so something can come from nothing.
No, I didn't say that either.
Well, which is it?
Actually, I said something cannot come from nothing. Are you with me? Something cannot come from nothing.
Something
Do you agree
cannot-
with that? I think you did agree earlier.
Absolutely.
Are you backtracking on
No,
that?
I'm not.
Good.
But you seem to be saying one thing and then you change it.
No, I did not change anything.
Well,
No,
let me
honestly,
try
I
that.
did not.
So you're saying that something cannot come from nothing.
Yes.
All right.
Finally.
So, all right. Now let's keep that thought. So
Good.
something
Yes.
cannot come from nothing.
Yes.
Right. Therefore, the concept of nothing, as we all understand it here, if you have nothing, then you will always have nothing. For
That
you-
bit I didn't
for-
understand. Did
no,
anybody
no,
else understand
because
that?
you said something.
If you
cannot-
don't have nothing, then you don't have nothing.
But listen to me. You said that something cannot come from this nothing.
Do you not agree with that?
I do agree with it.
So why are we arguing about something we
No,
agree upon?
Because when I say that if you have nothing,
Are you just arguing for the sake of argument?
you're not listening.
Look,
are you?
we already
You're not
agreed.
listening
No,
to
I
what
am.
I'm saying. No, you're not.
Because what you're
No,
doing.
you're not
No,
listening.
you're not making sense here.
I made
When you
perfect
said
sense.
nothing comes from nothing. We know nothing is a concept.
Yeah.
Yes. This nothing cannot
I don't
give
think-
rise to
I don't
something.
think you're listening to what I'm saying to you.
I think I have.
But-
Bro, he's actually agreeing with you.
But
But-
I was agreeing with you, but you're not listening.
No, he's actually agreeing with you.
But remember what I told you earlier.
You're not listening.
If we agree on something, why do we argue upon that? Why are we arguing on something we agree upon?
Because once you set that as a concept, then you can extrapolate from it.
But that's what I was
But when
going.
I tried to
I was going to explain
when I
that. I was going to explain the something.
But you weren't listening to what.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Peace be with you.
Thank you.
Yeah, because you said you said he said nothing cannot come from nothing.
I am so grateful to Allah for having guided me to Islam. Sadly, I am the only Muslim in my family. It hurts me that my parents haven't accepted Islam yet, and I ask Allah to guide them. But it also gives me a special drive to work for the establishment of Islam. I don't want anyone to miss the chance of becoming Muslim. The Prophet ﷺ said that the Muslims are like one body. If you can feel my pain, would you please help me relieve it? You are now my new family. Click the link and donate to establish this masjid and share in the reward for the message of Islam reaching the corners of Norway.